Hello everyone, I am Renown Zero, and I'm back again talking about the Call of Duty boycott that is currently going on. It's not really much of a boycott, considering that Call of Duty is currently the third best selling game and fifth best selling DLC. But Rolling Stone just felt like they had to have it come full circle by mentioning Gamergate once again, because everything is always comes back to Gamergate. Always comes full circle to Gamergate. So we got this article here we're going to read it and discuss. Outrage over Call of Duty Alphabet Pride brings us full circle to Gamergate. No, Rolling Stone. The outrage was created because a streamer named Nick Merckx decided to say something as non-controversial, something as simple as saying, leave the children alone. That's it. Essentially keeping the children away from indoctrination and alphabet agenda you want to teach these children in schools. And saying that he should be allowed as the parent to teach their child about these type of topics, not a school. So they say here, almost a decade ago, video game culture helped give rise to the quote anti-woke movement that continues to plague us today. Well, I'm sorry, Rolling Stone. I don't want garbage politics, identity politics, and nonsense at the forefront of my entertainment. Simply go fuck yourself. Another day, another multi-billion-dollar corporate giant in the crosshairs of the quote anti-woke right. I'm pretty sure there are people on the left, middle, and right who are against this woke garbage. This time it's Activision Blizzard, the fifth largest video game firm in the world, that agreed reactionaries are threatening to boycott. They did boycott. Call of Duty is a very normie game. I didn't really expect much to come out from it, but me myself, I decided to boycott this game, and I'm sure hundreds of other people have. As with so many of these stories, the inciting controversy is ridiculously minor. Nick Merckx's real name, Nick Kolchev, a streamer who came up playing games including Activision's Call of Duty titles and now has millions of subscribers across Twitch and YouTube, earlier this year partnered with the brand and launched his own skin in the war-based first-person shooter franchise. Fans could purchase these assets to play the game as his custom character. There are strong opinions in the gaming world about these influencer partnerships, so not everyone was thrilled with the addition, but that's not even the main story here. No, the real drama erupted a week after the Nick Merckx bundle went on sale, when Kolchev tweeted in apparent support of anti-Alphabet protesters who fought Alphabet supporters in Glendale, California, outside a school board meeting about recognizing Pride Month. Replying to esports broadcaster Chris Puckett, who shared a video of the chaotic brawl and tweeted, quote, let people love who they love and live their own life, Kolchev wrote, they should leave little children alone. That's the real issue. And that's all he said. And y'all want to talk about Gamergate. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Y'all sound really stupid. Y'all sound like you're for an indoctrination of children into the alphabet community's little cult. Simply leave the children alone. It wasn't a controversial statement at all. By the next day, Activision had removed the Nick Merckx products from their stores, and the Call of Duty Twitter account seemed to confirm that the decision was connected to Kolchev's comment on the Glendale fracas. The game also reiterated their commitment to Pride Month. They're stupid. It's featured Pride content for several years. Again, not the main player base of your game. Activision did not immediately respond to Rolling Stone's request for comment as to whether the decision to cut ties with Kolchev was prompted by additional factors. The same right-wingers who have lately pounced on Bud Light, Disney, Target, and Chick-fil-A for efforts at expanding diversity and inclusion because it's all fake propaganda bullshit, it's not real, especially with Bud Light appeasing like 0.0001% of the population when it's a mainly male product. Targeting children with these fake little tuck swimsuits or whatever, Pride merch for kids. Disney, same thing. Fired up the outrage machine to retaliate with gamers announcing their intent to quit Call of Duty forever. Kolchev didn't back down from the tweet. Good. He shouldn't apologize to weirdos on the internet. Saying on a stream that he thinks alphabet identity shouldn't be discussed in school, while arguing that the comment wasn't anti-gay, because it wasn't. Another big streamer with a custom COD bundle, Tim the Tatman, tweeted that Kolchev was a friend and that he therefore wanted his own product removed in solidarity, a request that Activision granted. Good, because that's how you back your friends. It's supposed to receive more than 250,000 likes and thousands of supportive comments. The outrage campaign that quickly took shape around the incident mocked Call of Duty as Call of Groomers, because that's what they are, alluding to the baseless phobic smear. Not phobic, no one's scared of gays or trans people. Stop the bullshit. Which holds that any discussion of queerness and gender with children is a pretext for P to the D to the D to the O's to prey on them, because it is. You're grooming children into a lifestyle that they should not know anything about because they're children. Let them be children. It's not a hard concept. I don't understand why this is so difficult to understand in 2023 or ever. While not particularly catchy, and despite COD only grooming kids for military recruitment, the slogan succeeded on Twitter to the delight of major, quote, anti-woke influencers. Tim Pool's a liberal. Yes, he is a big influence on the culture. Yes, he has a big influence on politics. Yes, we understand this. Of course, they show Tim Pool, lives of TikTok, such and so on and so on. On first glance, the wave of indignation over a company's nominal endorsement of Pride is exactly like the dozen or so that preceded it. If there's an obvious difference, it's that a violent video game glorifying war has stressed the reaction and has already strained definitions of wokeness to the absolute breaking point. But this freaking out that a popular shoot-'em-up entertainment has somehow been breached by liberal attitudes of acceptance is also a revealing throwback to the troll movement that opened the floodgates to such crusades almost a decade ago. Gamergate, because of course it always comes back to Gamergate. Not wanting garbage identity politics and nonsense and the desexualizing of female characters in our video games. Weird. In 2014 and 15, male gamers waged relentless misogynistic harassment of women. No, they didn't. In the industry, using the excuse of trumped-up media scandal to vent their fury at what they saw as progressive and feminist values in games. Yes, like the desexualization of popular female characters, like Lara Croft and Cortana. Targets were doxxed and threatened with these things as these men lamented this supposed collapse of a purely masculine climate. Yeah, gaming is mostly male. It's dominated by males. It will always be dominated by males. In those days, the woke crowd was maligned as an army of SJWs. Of course, they showed the Cordings video. The recent Call of Duty blowback, of course, follows the script of the past year's increasingly extreme BS rhetoric. However, it also echoes that old Gamergate narrative, a pastime regarded as a dudish and heteronormative resistance to any incursion of outsiders, now recognizes a diverse set of fans. You can no longer retreat into the sexless, bad world of Call of Duty without risking the sight of a rainbow flag. Can't. And getting incredibly mad that gay people exist. Nobody's doing that. Literally no one. Even online on a virtual battlefield. Worse still, Activision welcomes those customers. Yeah, and they'll lose the many of other customers who actually buy these games. It's a useful case study in the projection that underlies the past decade of right-wing resentment. I'm pretty sure it's from all sides. For all the times that side claims liberals and leftists need the coddling comfort of safe spaces, because they do, it's mainly leftists who need the bullshit safe spaces. They're too pussy to exist in society. They could never handle a Modern Warfare 2 lobby. They would quiver up at all the shit they would hear in those days. To operate in society, conservatives are the ones predictably incensed by the appearance of anyone else on the cultural territory they claim as their own. Beer, big box stores, fast food, amusement parks, and naturally video games. Because essentially with beer, at least with beer, it's a male-dominated drink. And you're putting a fake woman on the cover of a beer can that no one likes. The right feels threatened. No one feels threatened by the knowledge that they have no monopoly over these things, and they threaten newcomers in kind. Where? Present the proof. Moreover, the anti-alphabet activists must know this is a fight they can't really win, except as a small and seething political class that has to suppress and intimidate the larger, more tolerant whole of the country. Yes. follow this ideology, or you are a bigot, or you are a this or that, or a phobe, or ism, or something. It's always some nonsense word that has no meaning anymore because it's so overused, no one gives a shit. Humans continue to defy and surpass traditional norms and categories. Companies seeking to maximize profit cater to as many of them as possible. Yeah, don't cater to the people who've been playing Call of Duty for years. Mostly males. The joke nowadays is that the right is cutting ties with so many brands they'll eventually have to go back to sewing their clothes and growing their food. I'm pretty sure there are people that are prepared to do that. But something like Call of Duty is not a necessity in life. Walmart is not a necessity in life. There are other grocery stores you can go to. Well, Target in this case. And as far as Bud Light, there are other beers and drinks to go to. And besides that, alcohol is bad for you. But what the Call of Duty story reveals is that they won't run out of stuff to protest. They can always start over at the beginning. Similar to how woke SJWs continuously find something to complain about all the time. It's the same shit. It works both ways. Woke SJWs cry about the most minimal of things when they see some titties on the screen or some booty on the screen. They cry about sexualization of women, but when there's a hot dude on the screen, they don't care. There's not a peep out of those weirdos. It's because they're ugly and old and frail, and nobody wants them, and they want to suck the fun out of everything. They want to suck the comedy out of everything. They want to suck the fun out of everything. They want to suck away everyone's life so that everyone is as miserable and as lonely, as pathetic as they are. So, I'm sorry, Call of Duty is not a necessity in my life or anyone's life. There are plenty of other games you can play. I'm sure it'll be built up by normies still. It'll still be played by the normies, but for the most part, people can definitely live without Call of Duty. It's had a decrease in quality for years now. But that's all I have to say about this. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate it. All the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, and returning viewers, if you do like this video, hit that like button, comment below what you feel about all this, subscribe for more content, hit the bell for notifications, click on the bell and set it to all, that way you get notifications anytime I post a new video, and I will see you all on the next one. Peace.